when you're passionate about something, you get to do it with people that you love, then it's just a really awesome thing.
He's got the rock star lifestyle, but Charlie Wallace is not a rock star. Well, not yet. He was 12 when he first picked up a guitar and has been in bands ever since. He left school at 15, but soon returned as a part-time guitar teacher.
It was kind of a weird transition to leave and then next year be in the staff room. And and then I was working in the music machine, the music store, and started teaching guitar lessons 101 and just really trying to do the band as much as I could at the time.
The hard work wasn't enough, with his Down Under band suffering the tyranny of distance and empty pockets.
We built up a bit of a following, especially locally, and went over and played some shows in Europe. And coming back from that, it was a bittersweet sort of feeling because we just had this great opportunity, and knowing that we weren't going to be given another one where someone's going to pay for our flights. And then we got back and had all these bands saying, "Come back and we'll get you on this, we'll get you on this." And arriving back home, and I was like $7,500 behind on my rent and a lot of debt, and just realized that the resources that were necessary in order to get the band to be where I really wanted it to be, it was just going to be impossible to be doing that with the resources I had at the time.
Broke and disillusioned, he decided to park the band for a year and make some real money by teaching guitar online. And his plan worked.
So pause the video, familiarize yourself with that scale pattern before moving on, because
it took a long time, but then eventually I was able to start hiring team members to help me, and then that allowed me to really laser in my focus to where it needed to be to grow the business. And then so at the time I was sleeping on a broken fold-out couch, and I used to have to fold it up to make room for when my guitar students would come in. And so it's gone from that now to a multi-million-dollar business.
I've known him for a very long time, since intermediate school, through high school, stuff like that. Everything he's ever put his mind to and said he's going to do has ended up happening, so it wasn't a surprise at all that this was a success.
Hundreds of thousands have taken guitar mastery method lessons. He could easily retire. But for Charlie, it's always been about the music.
The whole idea from the start was always that we would be able to go back full-time with the band and also have the time and the resources to really do it for real. And then so it's been a long time. I mean, it's been now 8 years since I started working on Guitar Mastery Method till now, but now it's actually become a reality. Why I was able to build the business so big and so quickly is because it was never about the business. That was my reason why, and that was the thing that was able to push me through till working 7 in the morning, 7 days a week.
With band members on salaries, they rehearse regular hours at Charlie's luxurious property in the hills above Napier. The band, Black Smoke Trigger, is now preparing to record an EP with legendary producer Michael Wagner, who has mixed or produced songs with sales of 100 million, from the likes of Queen, Metallica, Alice Cooper and Ozzy Osbourne. Wagner said Black Smoke Trigger ticks all his boxes.
I have to like the music. If I don't like the music, then I can't contribute to it. And number 2, I have to like the people. And number 3, it has to make sense. If it's like one guy that I might like and I might like his music, but it's never going to be released, it doesn't make a lot of sense. You know? So to me, those 3 things are, and there's maybe one more, the band has to be professional.
If we have a platinum record hanging on the wall, that means that we get to perform in stadiums and be performing to tens of thousands of people at once. And that for me and for the other guys in the band, it's about the connection, the energy that you get when you're on stage and you're performing. You know, it's like when we're playing a show and everything's just hitting and the audience is just right there with us, then it's just a feeling that you cannot describe. You know, when you go to see your favorite band and then your favorite song comes on and that feeling you get, well, when you're the one playing that song, it's amplified like 1,000,000 times. And so that's what we all do it for. That's why any musician wants to get up on stage. And you know, the thing is, you hear people go, oh, I do it because I love it, and it's like, it's not true. Any musician who's doing it wants to do it to the biggest amount of people. And if they are saying otherwise, then they're lying to other people or they're lying to themselves, because they want to have a connection with those people. And then so I'm just here saying, no, I actually want to do it, and we're going to do it.
Black Smoke Trigger's EP is due in October, before it tours New Zealand and overseas, where there's thousands of guitar mastery students already backing the band. They plan to support a major act, which is a good move, says Roy Brown of the Cabana in Napier, which just happens to be New Zealand's oldest live music venue.
He's passionate about whatever he does, Charlie. He's got a good head on him, and he's just hard working. If he can get on this tour with in America, I mean, he'll fly. They'll fly, you know.
Patrick O'Sullivan, Local Focus.